because a lot of things are happening. And two of those were successful seminars and a 3-day challenge. And they all happen simultaneously on the same day. So today, since we have been running this over a year already, and we've got a lot of people, clients who actually got a lot of results with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Shanna the spotlight to let us know what happened, like, and how much that these clients actually created or made during their 3-day, 5-day, or even seminars.
Right. Hi, everyone. So it's I am Shanna, if you don't know who I am. I hope that you do, since you've been a kind of part of our part of our, you've seen us, together and in various lives and all that. But anyway, we are actually really, really excited to get to get this offer to more people than what we can handle. And so, and the reason for that is because we've gotten a lot of questions and inquiries about how can people get a hold of this. And before we get there, we do want to talk about our clients who are doing really, really well with it's not just one thing, right? It's multiple things, like 5-day challenges, 3-day challenges, 1-day seminars, 1-day webinars, right? And so these events have, we have, as we've helped and supported a lot of clients, seen a lot of really good results. And in some cases, people have 10x and in some cases like 15x their investment on us. And so, and we're really, really proud of that. And one of the things that we believe in and we live up to is that when you win, we win, and that's the only way we win, right? And we're bringing that into this thing that we're launching next month, and so we can talk the actual numbers. You guys can also see actual numbers if you want in various lives and various reels that I highly recommend to follow Vanessa and her Facebook, because she talks about that a lot. I am obviously not very much in the front end of a lot of things, but she is, and if you want those actual numbers, definitely get those from her. And one of the things that we always celebrate internally as a team, as Marketing Muse Collective, and with our clients, is when they win. And we hear a lot of wins every day. So it's always really nice when they tell us that they close 1, 2, and these things add up, right? Like one of our clients closed 4 just this week of having a challenge. And then another one closed 1 and in having a 1-day 1-day webinar. So it's and then his calendar is being booked, right? And so these are the things that for us, we want to bring to more people than just the folks that can work with us in a done for you manner.
Yeah, and it's exciting because a lot of people are asking, like, how do you guys run this? And then they would always ask us how much, right? And then sometimes we just have to go in and ask questions and then see like if it's gonna be for them. But then we're getting a lot of requests basically. So here we are trying to go ahead and okay, put this together, but we want to go ahead and talk about 5 mistakes that experts do while running their challenge. So Shanna's going to go ahead and show a little presentation just to go ahead and give you the visual of things.
Right. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in and out of the things, because what I want you guys to do to get out of this is you get the text, you read it, and then we'll come out and explain why we see these mistakes often when experts like you host either a 3-day challenge, 5-day challenge, or a 1-day webinar, right? When you host an event. So let's just get started with the first one, being not clearly defining the goal or objective of the events, right? And if you don't have a clear objective, you could be a little bit all over the place, especially if you have a multiple day challenge. now it's almost like, you know, if the content is not what I want, if it's not step by step and it's hard to consume and it's confusing, people are definitely not going to engage. And you'll see it too. You'll see the engagement drop from day 1 to day 5, or day 1 to day 3. And of course, you know, we have techniques and all that to keep the engagement up. But if your event doesn't have a goal, it's almost like a house of cards, right? It's gonna fall apart. So do you have anything to add, V?
Yes, for that one specifically, because messaging is everything and content is like, pretty much the bread and butter. So content and messaging, bread and butter. And then that's when you're gonna go ahead and consume it. And people are gonna go ahead and start like absorbing what you are really teaching, because what the purpose of the training or the workshop is for them to know what and the why, right? And then that's where you can go ahead and have set clear objections, set clear topic for each day. So for our clients who runs like 3-day or 5-day challenge, they have set content on each day. Sometimes they would go ahead and give their registrants, the free ones, with homework and then something to work with. If not, for the VIP, the paid VIPs, they get to go ahead and ask questions as well, because they are honing it into like one topic, and then they can ask the expert like you to go ahead and like give that certain coaching right there and then as a VIP. So the next one would be overloading information. So if you feel like you're getting fire hosted, imagine drinking from a fire hose. You've seen it before. So you have to find the balance in the present information in a digestible chunks. So it will actually give your audience an encouragement to take action. So if you give them too much of like things to do, they're gonna be overloaded. And that means they're gonna be like overwhelmed. Overload to overwhelm, meaning they're gonna go ahead and be like a deer in the headlight. They're gonna be stuck. Right, Chance?
Right, for sure. And when one of the things that I learned, and I always keep in the back of my head when I take on a course or even coaching is, we are not a snake, right? And how a snake eats is they eat the whole meal, right? And so we are not like that. And that's one thing to keep in mind when you're presenting and doing your event is to make sure that you encourage your audience to take action on one thing that they learned on that day, right? And then even maybe post it on the group or share it in a group, right? In the Facebook group. And that keeps, again, it keeps the engagement up. It keeps people encouraged and, oh, this person took action. Now I want to take action too, right? And so these are, just make sure that when you present your seminar challenge, your 3-day challenge, 5-day challenge, that you think about, okay, is this getting a little bit overwhelming? Is 60 page presentation too long, right? So just think about those things, right? Let me share my screen and move on to the next one. So the next one is this is huge. This is the Decklink promotion and marketing. And for us, one of the things when we help our clients, we always tell them we want to have a 10 to 14 day runway. And that runway is all the system is built. You're literally out there marketing, running ads if you have that, posting in your group, getting them hyped, posting on your personal profile, posting wherever you can, TikTok, Thread, right? X, right? Wherever you are, you wanna be able to get the word out there, because a lot of what we've seen is experts wait till the last minute on their launch day, on the first day of their challenge, to build the system, and that doesn't give you any time to market. So who are you going to talk to when you run your event? Like, who's going to be there to listen to you? Who are you going to give value to, right? And so for us, we always recommend 10 to 14 day runway. Go ahead and add whatever you need, V. I know you have a lot of experience with this.
Yeah, when it comes to like really promoting and marketing whatever training or seminar that you need to do, not just like highly rely on your personal profile. Now, if you don't have the money to go ahead and pay into ads, um, you need to go ahead and pay it to get your traffic with your time. A lot of people would say like, time is money, money is time, right? But then you have to go ahead and it takes money to make money because you need to invest into it and then see how it grows, right? That's how like money grows. But you need to have some type of either sacrificing your time to do your marketing, or you can go ahead and set a set budget of how much you want to go ahead and put in, like, budget money ads for budget. And then you can go ahead and put in extra time to do like organic marketing. When it comes to organic marketing, there's like a few ways that you can go ahead and do. And of course, that would also include either inside your group, in other people's group, but you have to go ahead and be mindful with other people's group because it's either that you pay to play or they have like, ways where you can go ahead and self-promote. But nowadays, that's nearly impossible. You have to go by their set rules aside from your own rule. So being like, omnipresent sometimes takes some time and sometimes it takes some build up. So don't expect your audience to reappear out of nowhere from one post.
Yeah.
So the fourth one would be the lack of post-event engagement. Now, the money is always in the follow-up, right? We always talk about like the fortune is always in the follow-up. And not having a follow-up strategy can lead to missed opportunities. And then that's exactly what happened to one of our clients. When they ran, because they run training events, like a 5-day event every single month, this guy was watching him for 1 or 2 days. They had an appointment setter talk to him on the first month. In the second month, he still went because he sees the value. On the third month, when I came on and then be part of their team, I was like asking all these questions. And guess what? That follow-up from me earned them 9,800 like for just program alone. So think about it. If you do have a high ticket program, be it like a 2,000 to 5,000, or my client, which is like 98,000 for 9,800 for like 1 6-month program that they currently offer. That one client that you put them close and they see you for the 3 months, you need to go and check in with them like, hey, how's it going? You've been going to my event for like how many times? Like, what's holding you up, right? And then there is always a reason, right? And then sometimes it's not the right time, it's at the right moment, or they're trying to put together an investment because they see the value in you already. That's why they've come far too many times already. So it's either that you ask what's happening, see if you can help them further to get them to the next level, or if they're ready, they're gonna ask you like, where's the link?
Right. And, and essentially the follow-up, other than the conversion, right? You want to really deepen the relationship with your participants. And it's like a nurture, right? And we've seen this a lot with one of our former clients. She was running event after event after event, and she was like, no one is converting. And so when we looked at the back end, we're like, wait, you don't have a follow-up sequence. Like on the day that you end, that's it. You don't tell them, hey, how did it go? Like, what did you get? Like nothing. So it's like, so she was getting all these engagement, in the first couple of days of the first few days of the event, the engagement drops off, and then that's it. And it's like, you don't want to lose people like that, because people already raised their hands and said that they're interested in learning from you. Like they want to know more from you. So you don't want to lose them in the process, because it's important to really nurture that relationship, right? They may not convert right now. They may convert on the next one, right? They may convert on the third one, but you want to deepen that relationship so that they know that you're truly invested in their success, right? And essentially that's also part of what we do. Like Vanessa is really amazing at follow up in the DMs, and a lot of the clients that we convert is because she follow up on the DMs, right? And again, like all these things we do in our business because we know they work, and then when clients hire us, we do it for their business because we know it works, right? And so the last one kind of actually transitions into the following up is, you know, the debrief. And one of the follow-ups that you could do is, how was your experience in the event? And that feedback is very, very important, because now you have a goalpost and now you can move the chains. And sorry, that's a football analogy, but you can move the chains because the goal is now moving, right? And now you can improve, right? And now you have actual feedback from people that went through your program, and they say, oh, if you focus on this more, I would have paid more attention, you know, and things like that. Do you have anything to add on this one, V? I know that we do a lot of these debriefs.
Debrief is like something that our clients really, really appreciate, because in that way they know how much effort that they put in, how much feedback that they have gotten in the result during and then after. Because in that way, they know how many people who actually registered, how many people who turned into a paid VIP, how many people who booked them to a call, and how many people who actually, like, you know, said, not right now, maybe a follow-up. So those type of like numbers, you now see your effort or as an expert that you put in. Because in that way, now you're not going to be feeling like overwhelmed or way too stressed out that you didn't convert, because you didn't understand how many people came in, how many paid into it, how many people actually like really saw you. And the last one was like having the conversations with them. Because even though, like, you know, somebody may be following you for a year and then converted, but you never talked to, it took that some time. But what if we can go ahead and shorten and collapse that time? Because some people will go ahead and need like, oh, I need to go ahead and like have a reassurance if this is for me. Oh, I'm thinking about it. I don't have it. I don't have the finance capability to go ahead and go and pursue it. So in that way, now you can really understand like what type of audience that you are actually like, you know, attracting, and you know exactly who to follow up. So in that way, now the moment that they enter into your world, you can see how many times they show up, how many times you have talked to, how many times that it takes for you to go ahead and convert, because it really depends on how they actually react and then gave you feedback.
Right. And yeah, and some of the debriefing too, we look at the numbers, like how many people saw the landing page, how many people converted to actual registrations, how many people in those registrations joined the VIP, how many in those VIP actually book calls, how many has not booked calls, who can we follow up with, right? And all those things, right? Because sometimes what happens is, you know, they're not opening the emails, but they were there for 3-5 days, right? They were there the whole 2 hours, right? And so they're obviously interested in what you have to say because they're willing to invest the time, right? And so now it's like, okay, so who do we need to follow up? What do we need? What can we say, right? Those things. And debrief essentially doesn't happen often if you're running solo, right? And I because, you know, talking it out is always a good thing. Someone following up is always a good thing. And one of the things that our clients tell us is that accountability is actually very, very valuable, because we push them, you go, hey, how's it going? Here's here are your registrations. These are the numbers, right? So what are you doing in the next 2-3 days so that we can get those up? Like, how can we help, right? And so a lot of the things that one of the reasons like why our clients love to work with us is because they like that accountability too. And but if you're going solo, we highly recommend that you still check on the numbers, you still look at them, you still look back and still ask, right? Like, what happened? Ask for feedback, right? So you can improve the next one. Because essentially all the game of entrepreneurship is really about doing all the boring things and being better every time and improving every time. In every iteration you improve, right? And essentially that's what you want to do when you run your event. So we don't want to miss out on your attention, and we want to invite you. Actually, should we invite them to our event that's coming up? So we have a 3-day masterclass that's coming up, and we are actually calling it the Launch Muse 3-day masterclass. And and the Launch Muse is our program for our Done for You service, and now we want to bring it to more people. And the masterclass, I'm actually going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see a little bit about what we're doing and what the masterclass is about, and when it's going to be. So let me pull up the actual. Can you see my screen? Okay. So the Challenges That Convert is the 3-day masterclass, and it's all about crafting profitable challenges. And again, we've done it for our clients. Now we're bringing it to more people in a done with you fashion, right? And in the 3 days, we're going to cover our 3 pillars in crafting a profitable challenge that's gonna make sure that you don't make the mistakes that we just covered, right? Imagine you only need 3 pillars so you can cover these 5 mistakes, right? And these 3 pillars, we're going to cover in 3 days, right? And it's strategy, systems, and community. And the challenge is going to be starts on September 6th. So it's the beginning of September, and it's 12 to 1 Eastern, 9 to 10 Pacific. And do you have anything else to add on our challenge, V? On our
class? Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to become a VIP, because this is where the rubber hits the road, basically for you, because we're not we love to entice our VIPers, because that to those who actually pay will pay attention. Because now, if you are serious with your business, you are serious to go ahead and take actions. If you're needing accountability, our accountability is far beyond from anybody, because we make sure that you take action and hear from you what's the feedback. Because in that way, whatever that you paid into is worthwhile plus more. Imagine if you are Joanna, who is a business coach, realtor coach. She actually said to us, and even to her coaches, it's in order for you to go and run a successful and profitable challenge is to really have a team behind you. But during the challenge, we are part of your team, but instead we're going to go ahead and do it with you, because we're going to make sure that you're going to go ahead and take the steps, and you're not going to be left behind. It's Ohana. Nobody gets left behind.
And just very quickly, just to add to the VIP, and then we're going to close out because we don't want to take too much of your time. One of the things that we're really proud of in this VIP is the 3-day challenge snapshot. So we have been asked multiple times if this thing exists, and it does. And this is the entire system, you guys. This is not just the funnel. It includes, the funnel, the templates, the workflows, the pipeline, the email templates. So you just add yours, which, the email templates have post-launch emails, so that now your follow-up, right? Now you're following up in the emails too, right? So this is the entire system, and it's, all you have to do is update the emails so that it sounds like it's to your challenge, to your event, and then you put your branding, put your copy, and turn it on. That's all you need to do. And so the snapshot is actually part of our VIP. And then everything else is kind of, centered around this snapshot, like the deep dive sessions, depending on, what the questions. The CRM Muse access is if you don't have a CRM yet, then we will give you 30-day access to ours as part of that, and then a 15-minute one-on-one strategy session. And one of the things that we always do, Vanessa and I, is we always want to delight our clients. And so through this VIP experience, we will have other bonuses that aren't shown here, and that's mainly because we ask you, okay, what do you need, what's going on, like, and then from there we go, okay, maybe if we offer this to our VIP, then they will be delighted. And that's just all about over delivering to you guys and making sure that you are successful.
Well, I'm so excited to go ahead and get this running because it's been a while since we ran a training like this, and it's like really, really focused. And for those who are closing out their fourth quarter, closing out the third quarter, beginning on the fourth quarter, because right now we are almost to the end of 2023. So if you are have already ran a challenge, but got challenged. But if you want to go ahead and more of a challenging, profitable challenge, then I would definitely and highly recommend for you to go and come and join us. And if you want to go and put some more fire into into whatever that you're already currently doing, then go in with a VIP, because we made it like super stupid simple. It's just like everybody's just like, that's nothing. I'm in. And most of the time when we offer these, is in a hush hush, because right. We always want to make sure that they feel special, because whenever they ask us something, it's not about like us selling them anymore. They're asking us to go ahead and do it for us, for them.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll drop the link in the comments, so you guys have that link. If you guys want to join us in the challenge in the 3-day masterclass. Again, the 3-day masterclass starts on September 6th at 12 to 1 Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific. And the VIP session is going to be immediately after that. So if you guys do decide to join us in the VIP, make sure that you block those 2 hours. And again, we'll drop the link in the comments. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We are very excited to get this out to you guys. And to everyone who has been asking, you are definitely gonna go through this funnel, and you'll see like how the whole thing works too. So that'll be kind of cool. And then yeah, that's all I have.
All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.